Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome back to Armstrongs Army. If you are not caught up, this is episode number 2. Go and check out the playlist, get yourself caught up, and then welcome to this year's RTG. This series is all about making the best version of a Sinclair Armstrong as I can, while upgrading alongside hopefully what will be majority a QPR team. We might at times kind of go into a championship team or a bit of a hybrid, but the main hope is to build the best QPR squad I can with Armstrong being our main man. We played 2 games in the last episode, managed to get 3 goals with Sinclair Armstrong, which I'm very happy about. And of course, as you can tell, we managed to get him evolved as well in those 2 games, which is fantastic. Now, I did mention in the first video, I've got to now work out who I'd like to upgrade next. And I've had a couple of thoughts. You may notice that Lyndon Dykes has made his way to the bench. Eafc24 is now on at left mid and Willock has moved to striker. My thought process here is that Willock can be upgraded with the winger evolution that costs 50,000 coins and he can become a 78 rated card. Now, sadly, I don't know if he then technically counts as a rare or not. I'm going to assume he doesn't, but just in case he does, he could then be used again for the striker one, which will mean he gets a +2. If he can't, then I don't have any players within the QPR team that can get that evolution, which would absolutely suck. So at that point, what I'll do is I'm going to pick a striker that I think would be interesting to use anyway. If there's any rare strikers that are gold in the championship, maybe consider them. Otherwise, it'll end up going on a player that I just like and can maybe use in my main team. But the hope is to get Willock to a 78 and then hope that he counts as a rare. That's the only chance I've got. But before all of that, the first player getting upgraded after Armstrong is going to be Aurora. I'm possibly saying his name wrong, and if I am, apologies, my friend. But obviously, he can be upgraded in the evolution for the bronze central midfielder, and he is going to be the person we go for, the golden glow up. You can see he is applicable. He's the only QPR central midfielder apart from Pedder, and I just think Aurora, for me, I know a bit more about Aurora. I quite like the lad. I think he looks like he's going to be a decent little player for us. Pedder looks decent too, but you can see I can get him up to a 71, and once that's done, we can then get him to a 75 using the Golden Glow Part 2. So I pressed the wrong button there, but we are confirming that Aurora is our next evolution, and he is going to hopefully be pretty just better, just hopefully a better version of his card when he becomes silver and then gold. Okay, so for the first upgrade on Aurora, all I have to do is play 2 games in Rivals or Squad Battles. Now, I'm going to play them in Rivals, of course. That is where I'd like to get most of this done for the sake of the series. However, the second one is to win 3. Or to maybe play 3, win 2, something like that. I've got to get some wins. So what we'll do is I'll play them in Rivals at first, and then, like, for the sake of making sure we get upgrades, I'll potentially either do some off video or I'll include them at the end, like just some very quick highlights of the squad battle stuff. But no squad battles just yet. Let's jump into a game of Rivals. We're in Div 8 now, so let's see how that goes. I like seeing the team that we're up against at the start because I just find it interesting, but it also does highlight to the person I'm playing against that I'm using not a great team. So let's find out how it goes. Can we get this off of him here? Yes, we can. Lovely stuff. Let's bring that out. We get the ball out here to Paul Smith, who, as we realised in episode number 1, and for those who are potentially interested in QPR in general, or of course career mode, I do have a QPR career mode series as well, and Paul Smith as well in that has been very good, so feel free to check it out. Paul Smith, pretty good this year. Eafc24 going to try and bring this forward. We've got 2 decently paced strikers considering their ratings up front. Armstrong with the fake shot. I've pulled it onto his left. His shooting is still not that great, so that is an unfortunate wasted chance with a gold card. That is in the back of the net, I think. Powell going to try and play this down line to Chair. Does so very nicely. Little ball roll inside to Armstrong. Armstrong up to Willock, who I think is offside. He is. That's a shame because it's a lovely shot. Oh, it's a nice bit of play here. Oh, work to be had there from me in the defence. I pulled Begovic out, not seeing the players on the edge of the box, but he's found the back of the net and decided to celebrate against a silver team. Fair enough, mate. Jimmy Dunn, great tackle there from Jimmy. He hasn't quite kept it, but it's a real good tackle to push him wide. That's a real simple cross. I've tried to then change player, but what a save that is from Begovic. For a silver keeper, he's actually really solid in game. He really is. Oh, this is looking problematic again. He's just able to play these little sweaty little crosses in and stuff. I mean, there he's even playing little trick shots and things. I think it's The fact he's playing against the silver team's getting to his head a little bit. Yeah, we are struggling a little bit here. It's just, I think the issue is the passing, the difference obviously between the passing of bronze and silver cards compared to gold cards is just so evident. It really, really is. That's one of the main things that I think's becoming problematic, because it's like simple passes that I would normally be able to play like with my normal gold team, but with this silver team, I'm struggling a little bit, and he's able just to walk around me like this, just left stick dribbling. And I'm very much being kept in this by Begovic. See, look, I want to play a pass to Smith, but I just don't think it will get there like that. That's a prime example. That's the kind of passing I'm talking about. With a gold player, I feel like that pass makes it through, but it just doesn't in that scenario, and it's quite disappointing. But hold on a second here. Sinclair Armstrong, please, mate. He's moved his keeper, Tom. He's moved his keeper. That was a tap in. Half time, it's 1-0, and it's been a tough game. This guy's had a couple of decent chances and been able to knock the ball around quite comfortably, quite nicely. But he is playing like loads of like sort of skills and trick stuff now, and I think he's letting the fact he's playing against a full QPR team get to his head a little bit. So I need to capitalize on that. I need to, you know, let him keep wasting these chances, and I need to make the most of one. That's what I need to do, because I've had two real good chances at Armstrong that have both been missed. The first one off target, the second one was my fault for not paying attention to the keeper movement. I'll take ownership of the second one for sure, but let's get back into this, boys. Come on. Armstrong going to lay it down here into Paul Smith. Paul Smith, oh, it's a very good tackle. Very good tackle, because I was shooting there, so that would have at least been an effort, and he stopped that. Well, fair play to him. Oh, it's a lovely bit of play through. It's a great save again. Like I say, honestly, Begovic, boys, is keeping us in this game. He has made 4, maybe 5 real good saves. Oh, that's 2. That's so unfortunate. It's kind of been coming, as I said. He's playing with plenty of chances. He's creating plenty of attacks, and I'm just not able to create them good enough chances, at the very least, at the other end. So it's quite disappointing. It is quite infuriating, but there's not... It just feels like there's not a crazy large amount I can do about it. Obviously, we don't have super subs or anything yet. We haven't sort of worked towards anything like that yet. Maybe that's something we can eventually work towards, is being able to build a bench, and maybe that could be one of the prizes if we beat a content creator that we get on at some point for a challenge video or a challenge episode. But yeah, it's going to be difficult, I think, to get the series off the ground in regards to wins and you know, going out and getting big performances until we get some more upgrades, because you know, our main player is still 63 rated and doing shots like that, which is unfortunate. Paul Smith, good strength there to hold off the defender, and now Paul Smith going to go close post. Oh, I can't catch a break, can I? Oh, that pass. My defense just don't react to that. That pass sort of in between the lines there, my defenders just didn't react to, and easy enough goal, pretty much a tap in. I've got 3-star skills with Ilias Chair. Why am I trying that? You know what? I don't need skill moves with Ilias Chair. We can just dribble through. Never mind. 4-0, boys. Okay, I feel like 4-0 flatters a little bit. I do feel like 4-0 flatters a little bit. I don't think we've been so bad that 4-0 is justified, but it's how it happens, boys. It's how it happens. It's the start of an RTG, and it's still very much a tricky situation. If this was like a standard RTG where we're using gold cards and opening packs and things to upgrade, I think we'd be way more comfortable. I think we'd have won a lot more games out of the start a couple of episodes, but you know, this is a challenge. The whole point is this is meant to be a challenge using a full QPR squad that will slowly get better over time. I can't even score that, can I? No. Boys, when it's not your day, it's not your day. That's full time, boys. 4-0. It's a thumping. It's a tricky game, but I feel like the score makes it worse than it was. I don't think that was a 4-0 game. It was a comfortable loss for sure. I'm actually curious to see the match facts. We had 6 shots to 15. The passing accuracy 80 is not good enough. I need to maybe play a little bit more tiki-taka. I need to maybe focus a bit more on possession. But that is one of the 2 games needed for Aurora to start getting his boost. Let's get game number 2 underway. Again, we're staying in rivals. This is the one we need to win 3. So that might be where I end up going into squad battles if things look a bit rough. Okay, our second game of the episode, 4th of the series. Let's see what we have in store for us. Oh, this is, oh boys, oh my word, we are going to be in so much trouble with this series if I can't start getting wins. But then again, I mean, again, like I say, this is shared with my main account, so I'm on the same account as I would be playing normally. So the fact I'm in Div 8 and sort of, you know, playing a handful of games, I think I've only lost one game with my actual main team. So it's, you know, it's going to be a tricky one for us. But it's part of the challenge. I want to get these guys, you know, I want to run QPR squads into foot champs and all sorts. That's the plan. That's the dream. And it's not going to happen if I keep having to rely on Begovic to save the day for me every 10 minutes. Oh my. You know what? Sometimes you just have to say fair play. I think that is a centre-back, by the way. Leah Williamson, I'm fairly sure, is a centre-back from Chelsea. Maybe? I'm not too sure. She's definitely a centre-back. Is it Arsenal, actually? It is Arsenal. Oh, boys. Saka again, just bearing down on this left-hand side of ours. And we are just at 6s and 7s, boys, at trying to get this ball back. I can't do anything if it bounces to the striker. I said, you know, maybe I should try and have a little bit more tiki-taka. I need to have the bloody ball to play tiki-taka, and I can't keep it. Look at the press from this guy's team. It is like he's on constant pressure, and I can't get out. Just can't do anything against him. Paul Smith is trying his best there. Grimaldo ending up being the problem and stopping us there. But I'm trying my absolute best, boys. I promise you, I'm not just half-arsing it because we've got a low-rated team. If anything, I'm trying even harder because of that. Dazelle, he is left-footed. And he's going to hit the post, boys. I just cannot catch a break. Armstrong runs into Dazelle. Williamson shrugged them both off. Fair play to her. Oh, it's a lovely turn there from Jesus. I've got to go to Ozzy to have half a chance of keeping up with them here. He's going to go to Martinelli. Lovely play inside. Jesus. Oh, he's going to make it 3. Boys, we staged an incredible comeback in the first episode and were so close to like staging a second. This episode, boys, I think we are just going to get walked all over. The difference of one division is mental. That switch is incredible. Martinelli, he's just got to turn and look. Jimmy Dunn can't get in the way of it. Begovic, good save. He's going to shoot again. Begovic with a save. Oh, my word. If he'd have just scored from me just tapping it back to him by accident, I would have actually been a little bit mad at myself. I will be honest. Armstrong out to Smith. Smith inside to Willock. Willock, keep running, mate. Chris Willock is going to find the back of the net. 3-1. Oh, boys, it's not easy. That has been a long time coming. That's our first goal of the episode, and we have conceded 7, I believe. So I don't know if I can say positives to take. Maybe positives if we can score pretty quick succession. He's offside. That's so unfortunate. That would have been a real good chance to get back into it. Maybe still a chance to do so. No, Kimmich too strong. And that is half time. It is comfortably going against us at the moment. 3-1, I think it is. I'm already blocking out the goals I'm conceding, but a goal is better than nothing, and I will take that very small positive. Any advice on sort of what I'm doing that I can maybe do slightly better? Anyone else that's using these low-rated cards, let me know, because at the moment it is not going to plan. I've been playing pretty consistently and pretty well with my main team. This team is obviously not yet the main team. The goal is to have this as my main team eventually. But at the moment, hold on. Oh, Armstrong, just get there and chip it. And that's 2. I'm sure of it. Dazelle going to bring this ball forward into Aurora. Up here to Chris Willock, who's going to ball roll. Oh, did I get tackled by Armstrong? That is infuriating if it was Armstrong that tackled me. And I think it was. Chair, lovely little run there. Come on, Elias, mate. Little ball roll or step over, apparently. Apparently, I don't even know what skill moves I'm asking for, but I'm doing skill moves. But it's going to be Aussie to whip this in. And we did score with Linden from an Aussie corner. Get that, Jimmy, done. Go on, lad. 3-2. It's still possible. It's a very much an uphill battle, but it's still potentially on the cards. It's never say never attitude right now. 3-2. Maybe, just maybe. Ilias in here to Sinclair. Going to play it to Chrissy Willock. Finds Ilias chair. Look at that run from Sinclair Armstrong. Keep that on your right foot, mate. Sinclair Armstrong, boys. It's 3-3. The comeback for now is complete. Can we go one further? Can we push for our first win of the series? I was feeling pretty downhearted about this, but we have managed to at least make it close, if nothing else. And Paul Smith to Sinclair Armstrong, boys, we're in the lead, and I'm fairly sure for the first time in this series we have taken the lead. Come on, boys, let's just keep this now. I'm not going to pass you around the back. I'm not going to be an idiot here, but that is a red card to Gabriel Martinelli. He has been sent off. They are down to 10. This could be huge for us. It's not a defensive red card. It is obviously one of their front three, but it's still 10 men. That is going to definitely help us here. Again, we're going to aim for Jimmy Dunn because we've seen he's an aerial threat. It's well cleared in the end. But boys, we have a lead. I didn't expect this, from 3-0 down to 4-3. Armstrong plays it out here. Ilias Chair, he's done this many times for QPR. The finesse, top corner. Oh, but it goes over the bar. Oh, really nice play, has to be said. Saka now. Oh, I thought he was going to take a touch and put it on his left and have a ping, just like I did with Ilias, but with an 86 rated Bukayo Saka, but he didn't. And Begovic has done a really good job. He's let that hit his back there. Whew, boys, we've got away with one there. That was a very flair sort of pass from, I'm not sure who it was, but it was easy on the eyes, I'll tell you that. Oh, please, not like this. Clark Salter with a good initial touch on that, and that was enough to stop Jesus from just being able to push through. But now we've got Paul Smith, and he is rapid, boys. Williamson, you are not catching him now. I've turned. Oh, I thought she was going to stop too. I thought they were going to pull Williamson back, but they didn't. And now they've got another chance here. We'll just see this out together. I don't think there's much point me sort of stop starting when it's actually going to be very stressful back up against the wall sort of situation here. But a bit of a loose pass in the middle of the park. It's going to go to Willock. Willock into Armstrong. Oh, I had to finish that off with Armstrong there. But no, it's going to fall to Paul Smith. He's going to turn. Oh, I should have kept the ball, boys. I should have kept the ball. Look at the clock. Look at the clock, boys. This is where my game management really should have just come into full effect there. And I should have just kept possession and not let them get a last chance, because a win here would honestly be incredible. This early in the series, Armstrong is back there to win it. Ilias Chair brings it forward. And boys, from 3-0 down, a 4-3 victory with the Armstrong Army, boys. That was a huge, huge result. 2 goals from the main man himself as well. Lovely bit of play. A few moments of luck, it has to be said. But I'm telling you now, that man right there is bloody good. Asmir Begovic is so good in this game, and Jimmy Dunn as well is criminally underrated. He has been so good for me, and I do not give him the credit for that. But boys, I'm so happy with this. What a result that is. You can see, I wouldn't even say it's much of a smash and grab. I said I wanted to play more tiki-taka, more possession. The pass accuracy did go up a little bit. We had a few more shots. We played much better. Good possession, boys. That is a huge result. And the cherry on the top of the cake here is going to be Aurora going from a 55 to a 63. And I'm very happy with that indeed. That's honestly absolutely great news. I'm really happy with that. I think that's a real good start. The next thing obviously is to win 3 games, and that's where he's going to get his dribbling, defensive and physicality boost. Now, the defending and physicality are very important because he's got 46 defending, 53 physicality. It's going to go to 61, 65, which doesn't sound like much, but that's a big deal when you're running a 2-man midfield and neither of your midfielders are particularly defensive. It's going to be a pretty big deal. So I'm very happy with that indeed. That is huge news. It means that he is now our joint lowest rated player with Sinclair Armstrong in the squad. But it's good progress, and it's a good chance to stop that one there. Next episode, we're going to try and get 3 games done to get Aurora his upgrade. Obviously, I need 3 wins. So if we lose games in that off video, I will then play those in squad battles to get him up to his 71, which will be great. It means we have all silvers apart from Sinclair Armstrong, but he is obviously the main man of the series. It doesn't matter what rating he is going nowhere. 4 games, 5 goals for the main man himself now as well. And hopefully you guys are enjoying this series. If you are, then please do leave a like on the video. It supports me, the video, and the series out a whole bunch. If you're new, hit the sub button and turn notifications on to be told anytime that we upload a video. If you want to check us out on our live streams, it's over on Twitch. It's Hursty Games over there as well. Link is down below, along with my TikTok and my Twitter. say hello on all the platforms, you're more than welcome to. But that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome. And I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves. And of course, wash your hands. Take care.